For 5 years, he worked the night shift at the same office building. No one noticed his special connection with dogs. But that night, when he saw the critically ill dog in the parking lot, Michael Torres's 12 years of military K-9 training would save a life. Michael Torres was 48 years old and had been working as a night security guard at Sterling Plaza office building in downtown Phoenix for 5 years. Medium height, broad shoulders, a quiet man. Every night he followed the same routine: check the building doors, monitor security cameras, write his reports. He started work at 11 p.m. and handed over his shift at 7 a.m. His co-workers knew Michael as reliable but quiet. He didn't talk much, kept to himself, never caused problems. During lunch breaks, he sat alone, quietly eating his sandwich. He didn't talk about his past, just said, "I'm an ex-soldier," giving no details. But Michael had certain habits. Every night when he went on his outdoor patrol, he would notice the stray dogs in the area. He wouldn't approach them, wouldn't feed them, just observed from a distance. A strange melancholy would appear in his eyes, as if old memories were coming alive. When he heard dogs barking, he would pause, listen, then quietly continue on his way. The truth was, Michael Torres had served for 12 years as a K-9 trainer in the U.S. Army Military Working Dog Program. In Afghanistan, Iraq, and classified operations worldwide, he had trained bomb detection, search and rescue, and combat support dogs. He had worked with hundreds of dogs, training them to save lives. His most special partner was Shadow, a black German Shepherd, explosive detection specialist. They had served together for 3 years, loving each other like brothers. Shadow wasn't just a working dog, he was Michael's closest friend. They ate together, slept together, faced dangers together. In 2019, during their last mission in Kandahar, everything changed. During an IED sweep operation, Shadow had detected explosives. Following protocol, he had reported the situation, but there was a second bomb, hidden under the radar. Shadow had sacrificed himself to protect Michael. Michael survived, but lost his partner. PTSD, survivor guilt, depression. Michael had ended his military service and stopped working with dogs. Every time he saw a dog, he remembered Shadow, his heart filled with pain. When he moved to Phoenix, he just wanted a quiet, normal job. Security work. Minimum contact with people, none with dogs. This Wednesday night, Michael was on duty. The building was quiet, only the cleaning crew was there. At 2:30 a.m., he went outside for his routine perimeter check. The Phoenix night was warm, the wind was blowing gently. As he walked toward the parking garage, he heard a sound from the corner, weak whimpering. When he approached, he saw a golden retriever mix about 2 years old, lying on the ground. The dog was breathing, but very weak. Michael's heart clenched. He hadn't approached dogs for 5 years, but this was different. This dog was dying. Michael approached carefully. K-9 training was coming back. Approach carefully, assess condition, check for aggression signs. The dog wasn't aggressive, just sick and scared. When he saw Michael, he tried to wag his tail but didn't have the strength. "Hey, buddy," said Michael softly, the way he used to talk to Shadow. "What's wrong?" The dog's eyes were bloodshot, breathing shallow and irregular. As Michael got closer, he noticed a strong chemical smell. Antifreeze. Poisoning. This dog was poisoned and needed immediate medical attention. K-9 medical training kicked in Michael's mind. Antifreeze poisoning, ethylene glycol toxicity, kidney failure, neurological damage, death within hours if untreated, field treatment options, induced vomiting if recent ingestion, IV fluids, activated charcoal. This dog didn't have time left. He pulled out his cell phone and called the nearest 24-hour vet clinic. Phoenix Emergency Animal Hospital doctor, Sarah Kim speaking. "Doctor, this is Michael Torres. I have a severe antifreeze poisoning case, golden retriever mix approximately 2 years old. Symptoms: shallow breathing, bloodshot eyes, chemical odor, weakness, time since ingestion unknown but critical. Dr. Kim was surprised. "Sir, are you a veterinarian?" "Military K-9 medic, retired. This dog needs immediate treatment." "Bring him in immediately. We'll prep emergency treatment." Michael picked up the dog. He was heavy, but Michael had military training. The dog laid his head on Michael's shoulder, trusting him. At that moment, Michael's eyes filled with tears. He remembered the last time he held Shadow. He ran to his car, laid the dog on the back seat. Phoenix Emergency Animal Hospital was 15 minutes away, but there were traffic lights and speed limits. Michael made a decision. Emergency response protocol. He turned on hazard lights, broke traffic rules as if he were driving a K-9 unit ambulance. The dog was whimpering in the back seat. Michael kept talking. "Hang in there, buddy. We're almost there. You're going to be okay." He had said the same things during Shadow's final moments. When he arrived at the hospital, Dr. Kim and her team were ready. They took the dog on a stretcher, immediately took him to the treatment room. Michael stayed in the waiting room, pacing nervously. For the first time in 5 years, he was worried about a dog's life. When Dr. Kim came out, Michael stood up. "How is he?" "Critical but stable. You brought him just in time. Another hour and we would have lost him. IV fluids, activated charcoal, antidote administered. Full recovery expected, but he'll need monitoring." Michael felt relieved. "Thank you, doctor." "Mr. Torres, your quick assessment saved his life. Where did you learn K-9 medical training?" Michael hesitated. It was time to break 5 years of silence. U.S. Army Military Working Dog Program. 12 years K-9 trainer and medic. Dr. Kim was impressed. "That explains everything. Few civilians would recognize antifreeze poisoning symptoms that quickly." "I had a good teacher," said Michael, thinking of Shadow. The next morning, Michael returned to Sterling Plaza. Building manager Tom Rodriguez called him to the office. "Michael, where were you last night? Security footage shows you leaving the building for 2 hours." Michael told the truth about saving the dog, taking him to the hospital, his K-9 background. Tom was initially concerned but was impressed when he heard the story. "Michael, you saved a life. That's heroic." "Just doing what's right." Tom smiled. "Actually, there's something you should know. Building owner Mrs. Patterson has a therapy dog, a diabetic alert dog. She's been looking for someone with K-9 experience to help train a replacement. Interested?" Michael's heart raced. Working with dogs again. Honoring Shadow's memory. "I'll think about it." The following weekend, Michael visited the hospital. The dog was recovering, tail wagging, full of energy. Dr. Kim gave good news. He's making a full recovery, but he needs a home. No owner came forward. Michael looked at the dog. Golden retriever mix, friendly eyes, grateful expression, not like Shadow, but a different kind of special. "What would you name him?" asked Dr. Kim. Michael thought. "Hope. His name is Hope." Dr. Kim smiled. "Perfect. Will you adopt him?" Michael nodded. After 5 years, his heart was opening to dog love again. After completing the adoption paperwork, Michael took Hope home. He had prepared his small apartment for a dog. Bed, toys, food. Hope sniffed everything, then came to Michael, rested his head on his leg. That evening, Michael took out Shadow's photo. "Shadow, meet Hope. I think you would like him." Hope looked at the photo, then at Michael, as if understanding. On Monday, Michael gave Tom Rodriguez his decision. "I accept Mrs. Patterson's dog training job." Tom was excited. "Excellent. She'll be thrilled." Mrs. Patterson, a 70-year-old diabetes patient, had a current therapy dog, Max, who was aging and needed replacement training. Michael explained his K-9 background to her. "Mr. Torres, you're exactly what we need. Max has trained well, but a new dog needs professional guidance." Michael nodded. "I'll do my best, ma'am." Training sessions began. Michael's K9 expertise was returning. Scent detection, alert protocols, emergency response. Working with dogs was therapeutic, a way to honor Shadow's memory. Hope also participated in training. He had natural intelligence, quickly learned basic commands. Michael realized working with dogs was his calling. He had just been afraid because of Shadow's loss. Weeks later, a local news station learned the story. Security guard's secret, past saves dog's life, returns to K9 training. Michael didn't want publicity, but the story was too heartwarming. In the interview, Michael finally talked about Shadow. Shadow taught me that love doesn't end with loss. Hope taught me that healing comes through helping others. The reporter asked, "What would you tell other veterans struggling with pet loss?" Honor their memory by helping other animals. Our partners wouldn't want us to stop loving. They'd want us to love again. Months later, Michael was still working at Sterling Plaza, but part-time. The other half of his time, he had started a K9 therapy training business. Hope had become his official partner, not a replacement for Shadow, but a new chapter. One evening, Hope jumped onto Michael's lap and looked at Shadow's photo. Michael smiled. "You're right, buddy. He would be proud." Michael Torres lost a partner but found purpose again. Shadow's legacy lived on through every dog Michael helped, every life he saved, every heart he healed. Because true love, whether human or canine, never really dies. It just finds new ways to grow. And today, I ask you, do you know someone in your life who experienced pet loss but later healed by rescuing other animals? Share their stories in the comments. If this story touched you, don't forget to subscribe. We share such healing, second chance, and human-animal bond stories every week.